to speak to young women about how they see themselves and to treat themselves the way they want to be treated and to look out for each other, not just leaving somebody. You know, if you go out as a group, everybody should stay together.
I think that part is important. I also think it's important to to teach men about what is appropriate behavior and what is inappropriate behavior, especially, you know, I'm the mother of a boy, of a son. What do you say to a woman? What is inappropriate to say? What is consent? That entire thing, because when you have a Harvey Weinstein saying, I'm here and I don't even understand why, that speaks to culture. And I also think, that, you know, there should also be but there should also be something that we can teach our girls in terms of how to respond immediately. Because if somebody is making you feel uncomfortable, you have to have a voice in that moment, which is very difficult.
Have vocabulary, just like we teach them their multiplication tables.
I'm uncomfortable. Don't say that.
Flashcards of expressions
Don't do that.
to use.
Say no. But I also think like the conversation about cancel culture started to shift with Aziz Ansari, because he had this op-ed written about him, which was, in my opinion, Aziz Ansari. And the woman basically like sort of accused him of like being sexually inappropriate, and it was interpreted in a lot of different ways. And I think for a lot of people reading it, including me, felt like a date gone bad. And I felt like he was railroaded for no reason. And at the time, I think a lot of people, because we were like right in the midst of like culture change, people didn't know what to say or how to do it. And there's this backlash to cancel culture because I do think people think it has overstepped too far. Obviously not with Harvey Weinstein. He's so far the most public worst case scenario.
He's the one that you should start with.
But I think we should have conversations with women and men also about you know, what your comfort level is. Like what your, if you're not comfortable, you have to say something as well. And I understand there are power dynamics that play in different ways.
Sometimes they talk about...
There have been men, in my opinion, that have been railroaded. Not all of them, but there have been a few.
A lot of times they talk about, you know, you shouldn't go into the apartment with the guy, or you shouldn't let him into your house. You know, or, you know, I mean, and then they blame the girl. You shouldn't have
feels like blame the victim.
It can
but
feel
here's
like
the thing I was thinking. It's like, in my lifetime, a lot of men have come to my house to fix the plumbing, to do the carpentry, to clean the house, to fix the gutters, whatever's going on. And I've never been assaulted in my home. So one time, if a guy came in and assaulted me, that's on him. That's not on me. The numbers are on my side.
Well, and also raising, I think, young men, to your point,
even if you're on a date with a guy, I'm sure you were on, all of us, on a lot of dates. Mostly it doesn't happen. When it does happen, it's on him.
I think go back to some principles with young men, too. And listen, they don't have, I don't think they're born with the spirit to, you know, harass and attack women, but we have to continue to nurture their hearts to be protectors of girls and women, to be nurturers of them back, and to be their guardians here. Not
how many boys have you got?
I've got 2 boys and a girl.
And you have to
How old are they now?
Tim and I should say we have.
How old are your children now?
14, 12, and 10.
Grace is 14.
But I tell our boys now, and as does Tim, listen, it is your responsibility to be we're going to help you raise up so that you can protect women. You know, you can be there,
and
not
honor
because
them and respect them.
respect them, cherish them, love them. And so I think
what does that look like?
And listen, there will be, Ellen, we look at Harvey here, like that's not every man, right? So we're not condemning every man. There are some really great men, millions and millions of great men
I have
doing
a dad
this
who's
very
a great man. I
thing.
married a great man.
Yes, so when we talk about a case like this, I think, Megan, to your point, like, we can also celebrate the men that are doing this every single day, and so we applaud them as well.
And so I'm going to take it all the way back to, we need to educate these young women, as many of us were educated. You don't put yourself in a position, if you can possibly help it, of going to someone's, if somebody says you have to come to my house, you have to say no. We have to do it a different way. There are conversations to be had, and it's not because we can't do it. People have stopped teaching this to women. People don't have these conversations with young women, and men have to do a lot of stuff, but we've got to honor our own women. We've got to teach them as well.